What's up, Dunkers and Dunkettes? It's Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we're back with WWE 2K22 Realistic Universe Mode NXT Episode 3. If you tuned in to the last episode, Episode 2, we had Dexter Lumis, our NXT champion, right here, ranked at number 4 in the Power Rankings, defeating Kyle O'Reilly again, making it, proving that it wasn't a fluke that he made Kyle O'Reilly tap out on the very first episode to capture the NXT championship. We had Raquel Gonzalez, as you see here. She is number 1 in the Power Rankings. She defeated one half of the women's NXT Tag Team Champions in Shotzi last week. She will be taking on her partner, Tegan Knox, this week in the main event. But let's waste no more time. Let's go ahead and get on to the rest of the show, show you the card as we kick off the show with a triple threat match to determine the number 1 contender for Dexter Lumis, who just got released, by the way, in real life. But in this universe, in this realistic universe, Dexter Lumis will still be a part of the WWE roster. He is our NXT champion. But Johnny Gargano, Pete Dunne, and Tommaso Ciampa now, we'll battle it out for the number 1 contender spot for Dexter Lumis NXT Championship to kick off the show. Then we have Isaiah Swerve Scott, who's been going one-on-one with Alexander Wolf over the past couple of weeks on UK and NXT. He will take on Mustafa Ali, who was impressive in his NXT match last week against the North American champion Roger Strong, who he has a victory over. And then we have a tag team match. We have the tag team champions Mustache Mountain and Tyler Bate and Trent Seven going up against Wild and Mendoza with Santos Escobar as their manager, who is the Cruiserweight champion. And then there he is. Right after he's managing, he has a match against the Brian Kendrick, who earned this match. It's not a title match. He did lose to Dominic Mysterio in the last episode. But on UK, he picked up a victory in a triple threat match to earn a right to face Santos Escobar in a non-title match. And if he can beat him in this non-title match, he will definitely be the number 1 contender for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. And then in the main event, we have Raquel Gonzalez, who is number 1 in the Power Rankings, our NXT Women's Champion. She beat Shotzi last week, like I said before, and she will take on Tegan Knox to see if she can beat her. So the Women's Tag Team Champions trying to gang up on the NXT Women's Champion. So let's waste no more time. Let's go ahead and get right into the show.
Guys, the youth and hunger in the locker room is going to explode in the ring tonight as we welcome everyone to NXT.
So kicking off the show with a banger match, we got Ciampa, Dunne, and Gargano. The winner will become the number 1 contender for Dexter Lumis's NXT Championship. So let's go ahead and simulate and see who wins this match, as Ciampa will get a crack at Dexter Lumis in the future. Isaiah Swerve Scott against Mustafa Ali, who picked up a victory over the North American champion Roger Strong last week. And Isaiah Swerve Scott coming off of W against Alexander Wolf. Let's see who wins this match, as Isaiah Swerve Scott picks up the victory over Mustafa Ali. And then we have Santos Escobar and Joaquin Wilde against Tyler Bate and Trent Seven, the tag team champions. Let's see if they can get a victory over the tag champs, and they actually do. So they will become the new number 1 contenders for the NXT Tag Team Championships. And then we have Cruiserweight champion Santos Escobar against Brian Kendrick. And we're actually going to go in and spectate this match to see if Brian Kendrick can get a victory over Santos Escobar, taking an L to Dominic Mysterio last week. See if he can bounce back this week. Or we can see if Santos Escobar and his group can continue to have a hell of a night. They're trying to hold all the gold. Already got the Cruiserweight Championship. Now they're number 1 contender for the Tag Team Championships.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing Legado del Fantasma from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 200 pounds, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, Santos Escobar.
He began his WWE career in a tournament to become Cruiserweight Champion. After he won it, he unmasked and formed Legado del Fantasma,
which was surprising because luchadors protect their mask with their life. Discarding it is disrespectful to lucha tradition. Listen, Escobar is the emperor of lucha libre. He's redefining lucha tradition. He decides what's disrespectful.
With Legado del Fantasma winning earlier against the NXT Tag Team Champions, Mustache Mountain, they look to continue their momentum.
A man with a plan himself, the Brian Kendrick.
Unpredictable and as dangerous as the day is long.
And his opponent from Venice, California, weighing in at 174 pounds, the Brian Kendrick.
Kendrick, a multi-time tag team champion, a former cruiserweight champion as well. Ultra-talented veteran of the ring.
When you're as ready and prepared and plan as well as Kendrick, titles just sort of happen.
Man, I used to love Paul London and Brian Kendrick, man, back in the day. They're like one of my favorite tag teams of all time.
Santos Escobar, second-generation heir to a lucha libre legacy. A man who threw off his mask and is trying to create a tradition of his own.
That's right, Cole. Santos Escobar put it all on the line when he rejected the mask. He wants to create a new tradition to put the spotlight on victories and modern excellence. Thus far, it's paid off.
The leader of Legado del Fantasma looking to add to his new tradition in this match.
Hope he's ready for a lesson tonight because Brian Kendrick doesn't just see himself as a superstar, he sees himself as a teacher. He wants to make his opponents better, usually by humiliating them and teaching them a lesson they won't forget.
Safe to say, Brian Kendrick does not suffer inexperience lightly. If you are prepared for him, he's not going to give you a pass.
And Corey, the Brian Kendrick has done it all. How do you possibly find an answer for a superstar with that level of expertise?
The question comes down to adaptability and drive. Kendrick may be the man with the plan, but if you roll with the punches and push even harder, you could throw him off his plan.
An arm breaker.
All measured up.
Drop kick to the spine.
Snapmare.
And I forgot to mention, both of these guys are also heels, which doesn't happen a lot. I know we'd get our asses chewed out if this was GM mode by Triple H.
Escobar hoping to start a blitz of his own.
Unbelievable athleticism. And Kendrick found himself in unfamiliar territory there. Perhaps got taught a lesson of his own.
Escobar showcasing that second-generation lucha libre skill. He's burying elbows in the midsection. Check this out, guys. Double underhook coming.
Byron's going to love this. Doorbuster!
That's an example of a new and vicious tradition Escobar wants.
Hoisted up. What are we going to see here? Oh, my goodness. Samoa driver.
Does that finish Kendrick off?
Is it up? There's two.
And Kendrick actually didn't kick out, so Legado del Fantasma continuing their momentum.
Here is your winner,
all for achieving big victories like this one.
And now they actually have a little rivalry going on as well. So Kendrick, who thought was going to be in a rivalry with Dominic Mysterio, now looks to be in a potential rivalry against Santos Escobar, the Cruiserweight champion. And then in the main event, we have Tegan Knox trying to avenge Shotzi's loss last week against the #1 power ranking NXT Women's Champion Raquel Gonzalez. We're going to go ahead and watch this match. Also, the main event, the women are main eventing this week. Let's see if Raquel can pick up a victory over Tegan Knox, and she would have beaten both NXT Women's Tag Team Championships 2 weeks in a row.
Well, here comes the girl with the shiniest wizard.
A competitor that's shown she possesses tremendous heart from bell to bell.
A true inspirational superstar.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, accompanied by Shotzi from the Welsh Valleys. One half of the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Tegan Knox.
This woman is the personification of resilience, has suffered multiple torn ACLs in both knees, yet still continues to give it her all in the ring.
Yeah, and even shares a little knee brace fashion with none other than Stone Cold Steve Austin.
A massive presence in the women's division.
Also going by Raquel Rodriguez nowadays.
The NXT Women's Champion, Raquel Gonzalez.
It's hard to name a faster ascent to the top of NXT. Just over a year after her debut, she became NXT Women's Champion.
She handed Io Shirai her first singles pinfall loss in nearly 2 years to become NXT Women's Champion.
Look at the spectacular physique of this woman. A back so big, you could drive your car up to it and watch a movie on it.
Got to find out what her workout plan is like.
Harder than yours, Saxton. Harder than yours.
So we got champion versus champion. One half of the women's tag team champions against the NXT women's champion. Who's going to win in the main event?
Tegan Knox, the girl with the shiniest wizard, set for competition here tonight.
Now, don't let the saccharine nickname fool you. Tegan Knox is an exceptional competitor and always comes ready to fight.
Absolutely. You can even see that readiness in her eyes here.
And with Raquel Gonzalez, I mean, just look at her. You are looking at size and strength personified, and she has absolutely no problem pushing her way around when the time comes.
Yeah, that time has come again once more, Corey. Look into Gonzalez's eyes. She clearly has bad intentions here tonight. And a slap, too. Ooh, just relentless. Gonzalez saves herself.
Finds a counter for Knox.
Look at this strength.
Big power slam.
Nice counter from Gonzalez.
Disorienting attack.
Tegan Knox, of course, one of the most well-liked superstars backstage, but that doesn't mean she's afraid to get aggressive when the time comes.
Knox knows how to get aggressive.
2 big elbow drops.
What she really needs to do is stay aggressive.
Make that 3 big elbow drops.
If you stay ready.
She's enduring some damage. She can withstand the punishment, though.
That'll have you walking funny.
She shoots up the top rope.
Dangerous thinking. Taking flight.
Oh my God, big Raquel going to the top rope. Squishing Tegan Knox.
She responds with a counter. Oh, that's a kick. Able to reverse that one.
Hoisted up. Look at this power slam.
Here's a cover. She kicks out with authority after two.
If she keeps the pressure on, the next one might do it.
Oh, knee to the face.
That's going to hurt.
Tegan's hopes are waning.
Yeah, but Tegan can't allow this burst to hinder her. Really just laying it in.
And Raquel just dominating right now. Nothing Tegan Knox can do.
Submission. Oh, the body's not meant to be.
And she might make her tap out.
Nowhere to go. Nowhere to hide.
All shots he can do is watch. And Tegan is actually going to break out of it.
She was in.
Thought she was going to give up there for a second.
I thought this superstar was out of this match, but apparently not. What a comeback. And it looks like Gonzalez is not the only competitor who has had bad intentions here tonight.
Yeah, Tegan just brought the fight to her. Tegan Knox with that fighting spirit, all channeled into that maneuver.
Boom, right across the small of the back. Oh, right to the kidneys. Just a relentless assault from Knox.
Tegan Knox staying aggressive so far. If she keeps it up, she could be on the path to victory tonight. Into the body.
And Tegan looking for the upset over Raquel Gonzalez Rodriguez. What the hell? Tegan Knox pins the NXT Women's Champion, something that her partner Shotzi could not do last week.
Certainly a close competition, but in the end, there was a decisive winner.
In an upset, Tegan Knox becomes the new #1 contender for the NXT Women's Champion, knocking her off. Ranked #1 in the power rankings, too. That is crazy. As they have a potential rivalry going on. But Tegan Knox did not expect that. I thought Raquel was going to kick out of that. Usually, computer kicks out of the first finisher attempt on Legend difficulty, but she did not. As Tegan Knox knocks off Raquel Gonzalez in the main event. That is crazy. So let's go ahead and see if we have any new news. We don't. Let's go ahead and move on to the next show before we end this NXT episode, because the next show is the live event, as we have the New Day taking on Alpha Academy. They have Liv Morgan going up against Mickie James. I'm fine with that. King Nakamura against Elias. I'm fine with that. Damian Priest against Riddle. I'm actually not fine with that, because we have Damian Priest, our Intercontinental Champion, is on SmackDown. RK Bro is on Raw, so I need to change that real quick. And then Rhea Ripley against Dana Brooke. Need to change that, because I don't know why Mandy Rose is Dana Brooke's manager. They're no longer a tag team. And then Nikki ASH. Need to also change that as well. So first 3 matches are fine. They're on SmackDown. They're on Raw. They're both on Raw. So let's go ahead and change this really quick. We can actually do edit matches. We're going to change Riddle out, and we're going to make that John Morrison, who low-blowed Damian Priest after their Money in the Bank qualifying match. So let's make this John Morrison. Remove manager. Boom. So that's fine. And then we need to change. Rhea is on Rhea's on Raw. Dana Brooke is on SmackDown. So we need to change this. We can actually do, let's see here. Now I'm forgetting who's on what show. So Rhea. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have Asuka, our SmackDown Women's Champion, take on somebody. Let's have her take on. Let's do Nikki ASH. Let's do Nikki ASH against Asuka. That's fine, because we're going to be simulating all these matches anyway. And boom. So we're going to save that. And let's go ahead and simulate all of the matches, as we have the New Day defeating Alpha Academy, Liv Morgan defeating Mickie James, who actually qualified for the Money in the Bank match. King Nakamura defeated Elias. John Morrison defeating the Intercontinental Champion Damian Priest. So Damian Priest being in the Money in the Bank, after he's done with that, John Morrison will continue the rivalry, and he is next in line for an Intercontinental Championship match as our Women's Champion on SmackDown, Asuka, defeats Nikki ASH. So that'll wrap it up for NXT episode 3. Until the next episode, I'm out of here. I'm gone. Peace out. Dunk Squad.